John 8:3. And that's why the wicked Pharisees and scribes, that's why they were so incensed against Yahushua, because he came to bring grace. Okay? And they were incensed by that. They said, who the hell is this guy to upset the law of Moses? Moses said, if you commit adultery, that's it. You're supposed to be put to death. This guy says otherwise. Yahushua represented grace being extended to the nation of Israel, beginning with the elect. Remember, the elect is not being saved because they're holier than thou. The elect was given the gift of grace so that they could be made perfect simply because they're the elect, not because of their own righteousness. John the 8th chapter, the 3rd verse. And the scribes and Pharisees brought unto him a woman taken in adultery. Now, what is the punishment of adultery? According to the law, death. Okay, death. It says, and the scribes and Pharisees brought unto him a woman taken in adultery. And when they had set her in the midst, they probably grabbed her and threw her right in front of Yahushua, threw her down on the ground. They said unto him, Master, this woman was taken in adultery, in the very act. Now Moses in the law commanded us that such should be stoned. But what sayest thou? Meaning that woman should be put to death. This they said, tempting him, that they might have to accuse him. But Yahushua stooped down and with his finger wrote on the ground as though he heard them not. And Elder Pastor been saying for years he probably was writing the sins of the ones that accused that woman to Yahushua, the ones that accused that woman of adultery. After all, she was caught in the very act. So let's read on. It says, so when they continued asking him, so they kept pestering Yahushua, he lifted up himself and said unto them, he that is without sin among you, let him first cast a stone at her. And again he stooped down and wrote on the ground. And they which heard it, being convicted by their own conscience, went out one by one, because they knew they were all sinners. But that woman was their scapegoat, And they which heard it, being convicted by their own conscience, went out one by one, beginning at the eldest, even unto the last. And Yahushua was left alone, and the woman standing in the midst. And that woman was probably terrified, man. Even though she committed the act, she was terrified. She's man, this will probably be my last day on earth. I guarantee that woman was terrified. When Yahushua had lifted up himself and saw none but the woman, he saith unto her, Woman, where are those thine accusers? Have no man condemned thee? She said, No man, Lord. And Yahushua saith unto her, Neither do I condemn thee. Go and sin no more. So what was she showed? She was showed grace. Okay? She was showed grace. The same way because we're a bunch of adulterers, man. The Lord called us an adulterous generation. And by rights, all of us should be put to death. But we're still alive. Why? Because we've been shown grace. So it stands to reason we're under grace. We're not under. That's why Apostle said we're in between the old and new covenant. Okay? We're under grace. And we're under grace to learn to follow the new covenant. We're doing what is called rehearsing the righteous acts. That's Judges 5:11. So that's the end. That's the end. That should be the end to the debate, the endless debate of what covenant are we under. We're in between both, under grace, fueled by grace, like I put in the title. Adulterous generation. It is right here, Matthew 12:39. But he answered and said unto them, An evil and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall no sign be given to it but the sign of the prophet Jonas. Mark 8:38, whosoever therefore shall be ashamed of me and of my words in this, listen good, in this adulterous, and what's the punishment for adultery? Man and woman, death. So why are we still alive, huh? Because we've been showed grace, that's why. And when I get through all these scriptures that I got lined up for grace, you'll see that. Whosoever therefore shall be ashamed of me and of my words in this adulterous and sinful generation, of him also shall the Son of Man be ashamed when he cometh in the glory of his Father with the holy angels. And that's what we're patiently waiting for. Okay, and remember, we're not being saved because of our righteousness. We're being saved simply because we're members of the elect, hopeful elect. The elect of the, that's why, as it is written, every man in his own order. The elect get saved first because they're the elect. They're the first fruits. They're the firstborn of the nation of Israel. And when you go back to the law, Exodus 13, it tells you the firstborn belongs to the Heavenly Father. So that's one of the main reasons why the elect are being saved, because they belong unto the Heavenly Father anyway. They're the Heavenly Father's prized possession. Even though the nation of Israel is the chosen people of the Heavenly Father, among the nation of Israel, there's a prized possession. It's called the elect. That's your prophets, your true prophets, your true teachers, your true apostles. They're the Heavenly Father's prized possession. You know how he feels about the prophets, the true prophets. Okay? Touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm, as it is written. Okay?